Hi, I'm Meredith Bell, your voice of encouragement. Several years ago, in fact it was in the mid-90s, our 2020 Insight software, which was a flexible 360-degree feedback tool, was really taking off, and one of our new resellers contacted me. She had an opportunity to make a presentation to the CEO and other C-level executives of one of the largest retail chains in the country. The problem was she was new to the software and didn't know it as well as I did, and so she asked me to come and actually make the presentation. So I said sure. But before I went, I did some research on the company to find out what some of their issues were so that I could tailor my presentation to them. It went really well, and the CEO afterwards, sitting around the table with these 8 or 10 other executives, asked me several really good questions. And then he did something that surprised me. He gave a quick glance around to all of them, and then he looked at me and said, "Well, let's do it. None of this, let's send it to a committee or we'll think about it and get back to you." He made a quick decision. And afterwards, I got to thinking about, why did it happen that way? How can I replicate that for the future? Because it was very powerful, and it was a really terrific sale too. And there's a nugget that I discovered that I want to share with you, because whether you're trying to sell to a chief executive officer or your boss or someone in your family, this principle applies in every situation, and it's this. Before you try to use persuasion skills on someone, trying to force your idea on them or really get them to do what you want them to do, you really have to understand their perspective. Because you know what? That's the only thing they really care about, is what is going on with them. So if you come to them without understanding that, you're going to meet resistance. And that's because they don't feel you understand or care about them. Now, this may seem obvious, but if you start looking around, you're going to notice very few people do this. The way to help other people become open to your ideas is to first make an effort to understand and value their ideas. And of course you do this by asking them questions. Because what you really want to do is understand the thoughts, feelings, and attitudes they have about the topic that you want to discuss with them. When someone else really feels understood, the resistance melts away. And at that point, they're more open to hearing your perspective and your ideas. So if you want to reduce the time that it takes to persuade someone, stop thinking about it as talking them into something or pushing your agenda, but instead set that aside and instead make it your number one priority to understand what's important to them. So few people do this that you will set yourself apart. Simply take the time to ask questions and find out what's going on in their head, and then you can share what's important to you in the context of what they've told you. Whether you're trying to make a sale or convince your boss or someone else to put you on a specific project, or talk some family members into going to a particular restaurant or a particular destination for vacation, instead of talking them into it or trying to argue them into it, take this approach of understanding where they're coming from first, and I guarantee you, you're going to get different results.